The 3-1 to Big Papi. In there for a strike, and now David is angry. Here comes John Farrell. Out to get David away. And I think he got to him just in a nick of time, David. Oh, now Farrell has been thrown out of the game. David Ortiz hopping Matt Hanley. Ramirez is over to move him away. The count 3-2 now. And John Farrell has been tossed out of the game.
Red Sox hitters have kept their cool all night on a lot of borderline pitches that have been called strikes. Take a look at this one. Wow. I don't know what happened there with McCann, too. I think McCann got crossed up.
1-2. Check swinging a breaking ball. He went too far. Wieters upset with the call at Bellino. Says he should have asked at third. And Buck's going to come out, and he has just been tossed. Matt Wieters has been ejected. Buck couldn't get there in time. Bellino's having a real tough night back there, and he just got Wieters on a check swing. And now he may get Buck, because Buck has been holding it in all night, Mike.
Yeah, well, Wieters has seen a lot of bad pitches behind the plate, so I think the frustration is more than just that strike 3 call, failure to look for a check swing, appeal to the third base umpire. This is frustration with the whole game. Strike zone's been inconsistent. Take a look here, ball down in the dirt. Pretty close. I think Wieters gave him a piece of his mind about the whole game in general.
So Buck talking it over with Bellino. Orioles strand 2. We're through 5 in a 2-1 game.
Strike 3. Marvin Hudson rings up Ahmed. That was a ball, Nick is saying. You can read his lips. And Nick has been ejected. Here comes Chip Hale to get between Marvin Hudson and his shortstop. I don't think I've ever seen this from Nick Ahmed before.
Good grinding at bat there, Nick. Outside part of the plate. It's just the way it is. They do it more.
1-1.
Well, isn't that what you're taught? Blowing away, blowing away, blowing away.
Well, there was a time that there was a good pitch, but I think you have to be able to hit both sides of the plate. Inside being very important.
Someone has just been thrown out of the game here, and that's home plate umpire Paul Emmel. And Brad Ausmus having some words right now. We'll see who's been ejected from the Tigers.
Well, Mr. Emmel hasn't said anything, but I think it's Brad.
And there he goes.
I think it was against Russell Martin.
Oh, now he strikes him out. 3-2, and he turns. Rippinger, he better started to step out in front of the plate. Smiley walked off the mound, and Cash doesn't like this, and I don't blame Cash.
I don't blame Cash, but you know what? The home plate umpires don't like those motions that you see either. And so Kevin Cash is out here taking the bullet for Drew Smiley. Drew Smiley's frustration obviously ticking off Mark Rippinger. And Kevin Cash, sensing that, wants to keep his starter in the game, so he runs out and takes it for him.
Well, the fans back of the Rays dugout like what Cash just did there.
Well, somebody grabbing your leg can definitely break the rhythm.
Calling it safe. Everyone wants to know, wait a second. How can he be safe if you implemented the rule where if you grab the pivot band, he's out?
Well, they can't say, well, he couldn't have got him at first. That's out of the equation there. So Robin wants to know why. And you'd certainly rather have Chris Davis leading off an inning rather than coming up with a man on first, 2 out, and a 1-run ball game. I don't blame Robin. If that's what they say the rule is, you can't grab the guy, and he grabbed him, I mean, that's BS. I mean, that's all it is. It's pure, out-and-out BS.
Well, that's pretty much what Robin was telling Jerry Davis before he got the heave-ho.
Evidently, they told him something in New York that only Jerry has to relay to Robin. That's all he could do.
Got him, strike 3.
Justin Upton has been thrown out of the game. He's been beaten a few times in this series. Here comes Brad. Upton has been thrown out by Rob Drake. Neshek comes out of the pen and gets 3 big outs. And Brad taking Upton.
There's Iannetta. He wants some. And that's not a surprise. There we go. Pointing fingers. Jeff Bannister pointing at Scott Service. Used to work in the Texas organization, although he and Bannister didn't really cross paths. Again, this is Bannister's second year. He's been in Pittsburgh for 21 years.
We'll take a look at it. Fastball. I'm not sure where it gets him. Right in the back of the leg. And Tom has been thrown out of the ball game.
Coming in quickly. Bannister. Okay. It's only the second game, Mike.
Yeah, they get to see each other a lot this year, don't they? Makes it a little bit interesting.
We only get 17 more of these bad boys to go. We got a little bad blood.
Back up the middle. And I think the Twins have done a good job of that. Sanoa doesn't like it.
And Sanoa's got to...
he just threw him out.
He just got tossed. And Sanoa's got to learn to not do that. John Hirschbeck gave him about 5 seconds worth and then threw him out.
They told him to get out of here. Sano said something else, and John Hirschbeck, the crew chief, tells Sano, your day is done.
So the Cardinals have put up a 4 spot here in the top of the 6th inning. That's 4 RBI on the day for Bridget.
Wow. Interesting. I've never seen a player thrown out of a game.
Pimentel has been thrown out.
That's Angel Hernandez. Now, he could have had a warning. He could have given him a warning.
Terry Collins wants an explanation because there was no warning, as you say, Keith.
It's Angel's always got to be in the, got to have the camera on him. Got my namesake, for crying out loud. No relation, folks.
So Pimentel is out, thrown out of the game.
Well, pretty significant thing happened during the break. Dexter Fowler was saying to Vic Carpazzo, last time I was up, you called it down. This time you're calling it up. Which is it going to be? And eventually, he got ejected.
Yeah, it looked like Dexter was heading back out to his position, and Carapazza engaged somebody in the Cubs dugout, and that brought Dexter back into the conversation and never got particularly heated. That's why it was surprising when ultimately Carapazza ran Dexter from his ball game. See, I'm really surprised.
And I think for Dexter it was more about, okay, so here's the first inning.
I don't think either one of them were egregious, but I'm just surprised he ran him.
That might have hot weather one day and cold weather another day. You're talking about putting a lot more into that trunk. And now C.B. Buckner is going to hear it.
Haas is giving. Oh, he ran him. He ran Haas. Haas is a little bit frustrated with some of the calls to C.B. Buckner, and you know, like I said earlier, these guys they're competing against Strasburg. They might see him in the World Series. You never know. So this is an important game for them, even though it's a blowout. And Hosmer didn't appreciate C.B. Buckner's getaway day calls. That's what it came over, and Haas chirped. Dude, he's not done either. Ooh.
Well, we don't know how long this was going on. I can't think it was going on too long because Hosmer was just at the plate. And at the same time, in a game like this, C.B. Buckner might be the only one in the ballpark that knows that Eric Hosmer was yelling at him.
For Arizona, we'll wrap up the series here on Sunday at 1:35. The pitch is strike three called. AJ flips the bat away. He was on his way to first base. He can't believe it. And he and Corey Blazer have an extended conversation as Greinke earns his 7th strikeout. Off we go to the 5th inning.
And AJ just thrown out.
It's 3-0, and the Braves have just lost AJ Pierzynski.
Well, just as we were going to break, you could see that Chris Guccione tossed Girardi out, and then Girardi certainly got his money's worth. This is right as we were going to commercial, and Guccione throws him out, and it was obviously about what Girardi thought was a balk by Gausman. You can see he's talking about the pitcher and coming to a set, and this went on for the entire between innings period, so about 2 minutes, and Joe has been ejected from the game.
Well, he got
the lead for the Marlins and Justin Nicolino. Oh man, Phelps wants to know, and he's been thrown out of the game.
Oh wow,
Phelps has been thrown out of the game. Don Mattingly can't believe it.
All he said was, "I'm just asking." That's all he said. That was a really big overreaction for an umpire right there.
He wasn't arguing, he was asking. And the whole Marlin infield right now can't believe it. This is enormous. Todd Tichenor has thrown David Phelps out of the game. And now Mattingly isn't leaving, and he's been tossed.
That's a bad call by an umpire, and I know it's not an easy job back there, but players should be able to ask you a question, and without you getting all in your feelings and throwing a guy out of the game because you feel like, oh, he's showing you up. No, he can ask you if that ball's inside. He has that right to voice it.
All right, let's see where the pitch is on Fox Tracks. Very similar to the one that he missed on, and that one misses as well. And let's see Phelps' reaction. So we've determined that the ball is inside. It's the correct call from Tichenor. And here is Phelps. Was that in?
I'm just asking. Is that in? Is that in? That's what he's saying.
Ejected by Scott Berry as Presley comes off the mound.
Well, he can't sustain his frustration and does something to Scott Berry. He throws him out. Ball's probably telling him. And I know what this is, Paul. Paul's saying, well, the guy's out of the game.
Jono on the outside corner.
And that's there for a strike. Boy, Green has been each inning seemingly tougher than the inning before. Really working along, and now Manny Machado's into it with a home plate umpire.
I think he just got tossed.
He got tossed. The mask came off. Buck Showalter's on his way out.
Yeah, so steady diet of cutters and sliders on the outside corner, and Green comes up with a nice two-seam fastball. Manny doesn't like the call. Might be in off the plate a little bit, and the line is drawn, and you can't do that, Manny. You can't draw the line on the umpire.
That's an automatic.
Yeah, right.
There are a couple of words that are automatic, and drawing lines is an automatic. So, Buck, out, quiet conversation.